Please talk about Mao and his Smash Sparrow campaign. Many Chinese communists are really dumb, but the world should protect itself and wait for them to do something stupid like Smash Sparrow campaign and cause self harm. So that's an interesting story. So Mao Zedong came to power in China in 1949, if I am not entirely, if I'm correct. And he was in this, he was trying to emulate the USSR. He wanted to replicate the kind of industrialization and military economic power the USSR had. He idolized Joseph Stalin. So in 1958, he embarked upon the Great Leap Forward, in which he tried to reconfigure the whole nation and turn peasants and farmers into industrial workers and all that. And one of the things he embarked upon in this stage in 1958, the Great Leap Forward, was the eradication of four pests. It was uh, it was the sparrow, like you said, the fly, the mosquito, and the rat. So he asked the people of his country, of China, to go after these pests and destroy them all, eradicate them all. So one of these was the sparrow, and the logic was that the sparrows ate a great deal of food grains that were meant for humans and created and caused a great deal of loss to the Chinese nation. So the Chinese peasants all went after the sparrows. They destroyed sparrow nests, they smashed sparrow eggs, and they basically chased sparrows until the sparrows got so exhausted they fell out of the sky and died. So within a couple of years, what you found was that there was a famine in China, a terrible, terrible, horrific famine. And what actually happens is that the sparrows don't just eat some food grains, they eat insects and they eat pests. And when the sparrows disappeared, these pests multiplied and locusts and all kinds of things, multiplied across China. And it caused devastating destructions of crops. And so China went into a terrible famine. The estimates of the deaths are between 40 million to 80 million people who died because of Mao's stupid step, right? And the tragic thing is that the Chinese government had stocks of food grains, but they never released those. And therefore, the most horrific things happen in China. There was widespread cannibalism of the worst. I mean, there's no cannibalism of the worst kind. It was just cannibalism, which is the most horrific thing you can imagine, and an unimaginable amount of suffering. This is something even now the Chinese government is very reluctant to speak about. They have still not released the records they have of the time. So yeah, so this is what the Chinese did. This is what Mao did. He caused the deaths of 40 to 80 million of his own country people by embarking upon this stupid Smash Sparrow campaign. So will the Chinese do something like this in the future? No. They learn from their mistakes. Unlike other countries, I do not believe the Chinese will ever do something that stupid again, like the Smash Sparrow campaign, right? So nowadays there has been the resurgence in certain things like that. Like instead of sparrows, they're saying kill cockroaches and all that, which is really not going to have the same kind of effect. The Chinese are a very pragmatic people, especially the Chinese Communist Party. They learn from their mistakes. They use science and data to take the country forward. So I don't see the Chinese doing something stupid like that in the future. But this was a monumental disaster as far as the Chinese are concerned. Mao Zedong, my God, that guy he did some terrible things to his own country. So this is one of those.